guys, I just wanted to give you a couple of friendly tips for when your kids are coming of age for driving. So I'm a licensed driving instructor, and one of the biggest things I see with kids is they are not mentally prepared for it well enough. Most of them, a lot of parents do take them out before they get their permit. I have to legally tell you that that is illegal. I know parents that do it. My sister did it for me. And who wants your first time to be with a complete stranger? It's kind of nerve-wracking. Anyway, that being said, I just have to put that disclaimer out there that it's actually illegal to drive before you get your permit. But the biggest thing I see is most of these kids are not paying attention when you're driving. The best help you can do leading up to their 6-hour lessons, or I'm not sure how it is in your state, but in New Jersey you have to do 6 hours by law with a 16-year-old behind the wheel with a licensed instructor. So what you can do to help is make them put their cell phones away, have them turn it off, take it away from them, whatever, make them pay attention before they're 16, before they go for their lessons, for that year or two leading up to it. When you know they're going to be driving soon, you want to make sure, you want to be proactive as a parent and make sure that they know at the minimum how to get home from school. You'd be shocked by how many kids I have that don't know how to get home from their own school, and that's a shame. They're on the bus or being driven to and from school at least twice a day, so they should know at least how to get home from school. And from the basic places that they're going, whether it be to the mall, to their grandmother's, to their best friend's house, to their activities that they do after school and whatnot. They should at least know one way to get to and from home, right? That way it feels a little less overwhelming for them, okay? And start pointing things out to them. I can't stress that enough. When you're driving, explain what it is you're doing. Like when you come up on a multi-lane road that has multiple lanes that you can turn from. Explain to them, I'm going to this lane because I'm going to be turning left. I'm looking at the lane marker signs over here. See how it's set up. It tells you how many lanes there are, which way they go. Explain why you're going to that lane. Maybe there's 2 lanes that turn left, but you know when you get around the corner, the right lane ends and it's going to have to merge. So you go to the left lane, so when you turn the corner, you don't have to merge. Explain that to them. Things that you think are common sense are not common sense to them. As an adult, we've been driving for years and years and years. So for us, if we think back to when we were kids learning to drive, there were a lot of things that were not common sense. The biggest one being, tell them that when their foot's not on the brake and they're in gear, the car will roll. Because a lot of them, they get behind the wheel and they come to a traffic light and they take their foot off the brake thinking the car's not going to move because they're not hitting the gas. Again, it's common sense to us because we've been doing it for years, but to them, they have no idea. So there's those little tiny things that make a huge difference. So I always tell parents, like leading up to their 6 hours, make sure you're pushing that stuff. Make sure you're explaining the street signs. The gold diamond shaped signs are so important. They're going to tell them there's a curve coming up and how fast to go in the curve. They're going to have like things like there's a traffic light around a blind corner. There's a stop sign coming up that's blocked by a tree. Those are important things to point out to them because they really don't have an understanding of that. And when they go through driver's ed in school, they really don't explain all of the signs. They just give a basic concept like that's an informational sign. They won't say like 100% of the time what it exactly is for. So those are good to point out, especially in your area, because those are the areas they're going to be driving first, and they're going to get familiar with those areas. Intersections are always intimidating to them, so it's definitely something really important to show them and point out to them. So that is my driving tip for the day. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.